Hey besties, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Bead Tube today. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me and hanging out, keeping me company while I can't sleep. It is 3 a.m. and I've been awake for about an hour and a half maybe, and I thought, well, I'm just going to get on up. It's better than just sitting here, Let me just get on up and sort some beads. That's what I was thinking about anyway. So here we are. We're in this video. We're going to be sorting out some beads and just chatting, hanging out, enjoying company, Now, I know that I am, mainly a crochet channel, and I have had some people leave a few ugly comments about the beads, but it's okay. It's okay. People want to announce that they're leaving because of I'm doing bracelet and bead videos, and that's okay if that's what you feel like you need to do. I wish you well. But my hands, you can see my pinky right there, how white it is, and my thumb. My hands just hurt so bad. I have to take breaks from crocheting. So it's either I take a break and have no video, or I find something else to do. And right now, I'm enjoying making me some bracelets. I love to wear bracelets. And so I want to design some of my own. I can buy bracelets, but, I want to design some that have words that are meaningful to me. And so, anyway, I've had a few people to be a little bit ugly about that. But at least the bracelets I did make were crochet themed. I did the crochet bracelet. I did these bracelets, in my crochet era. So, yeah, that's crochet themed at least, huh? And then I did the... I did this one that's crochet, and I really do like these. Crochet. I like that because it reminds me of those candy necklaces that I used to have as a kid. And somebody said they still make them. They probably do. They were very popular. Anyway, it says crochet. And the second one to put with that says single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. So I really like that as a little stack. I like that. Anyway, and then I've made some more that says in my crochet era in different colors. These are extra bracelets that I've made. I'm just kind of making a little stash of those. But anyway, I'm having fun playing with my beads, and so that's all that matters. As long as I'm having fun, and we can chat. But yeah, you can see my hands, and my hands hurt, especially in the wintertime. They hurt even more. You know how that is. If you have back trouble or leg trouble or whatever, sometimes it tends to hurt worse in the wintertime too. But my hands do hurt, and so I have to take breaks from crocheting. I really do, and give my hands a rest from that, and play with some beads, or color in a coloring book, or things like that. I have to find other things to do because I have to stay busy. I can't just sit idle and do nothing. No. I gotta stay busy and doing something. So anyway, today I thought I would just organize some of these in these little containers. These containers I did buy off of Etsy. It was 8 of them for like $20-something, and there are 36 slots, I believe, but I don't really like them. I like the ones from Hobby Lobby for $2.99 better, which this price was like $2 or $3 more than I would have paid at Hobby Lobby if I had bought 8 of them at Hobby Lobby. But see, these come out, and so small beads, probably not these, but those little disc beads, they will slide up under these. These come out super easy. And I don't like that. And I gotta get it back in the thing correctly. And these little holes are little. They're you know, kind of deep, I guess, but they're very, very narrow. And so for me, getting beads out is a little work. It's a little work there, but I'll manage. And I can't really use tweezers. I know somebody's gonna say to use tweezers, but I really can't because I don't have the fingers to use tweezers, and I don't have the grip. Like, I could hold some tweezers in this hand, but I don't have the grip to do it. I'd sit there 30 minutes trying to get one out, and then I'd be so frustrated I wouldn't even want to do it. So yeah, okay, I was going to try to open those, but guess what? Because I was thinking I could use those to put some bracelets in. But, no, not going to fool with it. Just going to cut them. So much for trying to save the baggies. Let me just cut them. Anyway, those are Big Daddy scissors. I guess I borrowed them from him, and I ended up with them. And then he saw them in here, and he said, "Those are my scissors." And I said, "Oh yeah? Where'd you buy them from?" And he said, "Well, I didn't. You did, but they're mine." I did give those to him because I had I had a pack of purple scissors. That comes with a little stretchy string. I don't know how strong that string is. I don't know if that string is strong or what, but we'll see one day. Anyway, I had bought a pack of purple scissors, and it had several different sizes, and so those were kind of the biggest ones in there, and they were kind of big for me to fumble around with. And so I gave them to him, but they're the only ones that cut. So I gave them to him, and he keeps up with his scissors. Oh, look at the sunflowers. Now, I have gotten some Happy Mail I'm going to show you guys. Now, that filled that up, but I do see gaps in there, like it didn't... there's some spaces in there where they didn't just go in great, you know, wasted space in there. Still didn't, they didn't go down. I don't know what it would take. Let me see if I could take some out. Since we got all night, right? We got all night. I don't have to be in no hurry. I do have some Happy Mail I'm going to share with you guys. Some of them had names and some of them didn't. So, it's okay. I understand some people want to be anonymous, and I want to respect that. But sometimes, you know, I do wish I knew who to thank, but it's okay. I understand. I want to respect your wishes, but I'll be sharing some Happy Mails. Well, some of these are Happy Mails, actually. Okay, let me see. I ain't going to be able to do this on the others because it'll... I won't be able to cover all of them to do it. Okay. I wonder if I should just divide that into two. Probably, because it's too many to actually fit in one. It would keep the lid from closing correctly. Alright, that's good. I just wanted to make it where the lid will close. Let me see. I did get a little package in from Lisa. Thank you so much, Lisa. These were on my Amazon wish list, and Lisa saw them on there and sent these. Lisa, that was so unexpected. Thank you so much. But she sent these little daisy polymer clay beads. And so we're going to put those in here. We'll put them right next to the sunflowers because, you know, that's my two favorite flowers is sunflowers and daisies. So I'm going to have to make me a special bracelet with daisies. And I already have something in mind. Oh, those are in another bag. Oh, and those are on a string. Wow. Oh, those are so cute. Look how cute they are. Those are just adorable. Yeah, I knew they were. That's why I had them on my Amazon wish list. But thank you so much, Lisa. Those are just so cute. All right, I'm going to attempt to cut this right here and make those daisies go down in this little container. Y'all, I've done this, and let me tell you, it can be a disaster. All right, it can be. Let me just see what I got to mess with here. When they're on a string like this, I learned the hard way. They're a mess. Let me just tell you, they are a mess. Okay. I'm going to put it right back here because I don't want to go to the floor picking these up. And some of them is going to start falling off, but I'm using them in this little tray, the lid. Oh. I did that so good. Let me just tell you, if you only knew the struggles I've had. So yesterday was Halloween, and let's see, I got up yesterday morning and made my video with the granny square trucker hats. That was such a fun video to make. I enjoyed that so much, and I want to make more. I gotta find some more trucker hats because those were so fun to make. I have a whole bunch of patches, and I have some that would just be adorable on some hats. I mean, all of them would be, but I have a few in particular that I really want to get on hats. Some mermaid ones, and I have some other stuff that's would just go really well with that. Anyway, and then by the time I got that done and was getting it uploaded, Paige came. So she did my meds and formula and all that kind of stuff. And then we got a Walmart grocery order delivered. And then Zeke came. By the time Paige left, then Zeke came, and I still uploading that video. It was still working on it. It actually kind of got stuck. But, finally got that video uploaded, and then me and Zeke went to, not Amazon, went to UPS, and then we went to Walmart. And then I had to get him back home because he had a little Halloween gathering that he was going to with some of his friends. His two sisters were going, and him, and some of their friends. So anyway, I got him back home for that. And then his little brother and sister, Jana and River, of course, they didn't get to go to the party. And so they came and trick-or-treated me. Now, we have lived in this house for 35 years. Almost 35 years. We went all those years with no trick-or-treaters. And then after they had moved in where they live, they were our very first trick-or-treaters. And I had invited them to trick-or-treat us. I had told their mom one year that me and Big Daddy had made them bags, each a bag, with treats and little surprises and stuff, and asked her if she would bring them to trick-or-treat us. And so they did. And so we've had that tradition now. But I tell you what, I didn't even realize what day it was. Like, that was just not on my radar. I didn't even realize pretty much what day of the week it was, really. Most less what day, what was going on. But anyway, I picked them up some stuff while I was in Walmart for my trick-or-treaters, and then, so after I got home and got situated and all, their mom brought them down to trick-or-treat, and so enjoyed visiting with them. So I only had 2 trick-or-treaters. It's usually 4 of them, but so I went from, I don't know, my phone cut off, so I don't know how much it recorded of this. So I went from 4 trick-or-treaters down to 2, because Zeke and the other sister that's the same age as him, they both have, friends and do things. They're, teenagers now. They're 15. So they're off having fun with friends. But the 2 little ones still came and trick-or-treated me. So I'm down to 2. I went from 0 to 4 for a couple of years, and now I'm down to 2. And I had bought them things at Walmart, and I asked the cashier to separate them. And I said, I'm going to pay for it all together, but would you put these in a bag together and these in a bag together? And I told her that's for my 2 trick-or-treaters that I will have. And she said, only 2? I said, only 2. So it was fun seeing them in their costumes. And Jana was a football player. She's been collecting stuff at like thrift stores and putting together her suit. And River was Robin Hood. So they were both cute. And Jana's was she used her imagination really well and came up with a football suit. Okay, so Lisa also sent me these, and that is going to make a beautiful bracelet. It is. It is flowers and leaves. It's like tulips, and they'll go around the wrist. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. It really is. So thank you so much for these tulip flower beads, Lisa. That is going to be awesome. So I'm not going to put these in this box, but I just wanted to show them that Lisa had sent those. But thank you, Lisa. I'm going to put them to the side, and they can stay in their own little box. Alright, so what else have I got? Let's see. I have these that are animal heads. I see like a bunny, bear, ladybugs, maybe a fox. All kinds of little animal heads in here. Raccoon. So those would be really cute to make some little kid bracelets. And then they come with stretchy string. Huh. So I have a little bowl beside me that I'll put those stretchy strings in. I see a pig. Ladybugs. Maybe an octopus. Yeah. All kinds. Oh, let me go down one. And I might have to do 2. So that's okay. Alright. So anyway, after my crocheters, after my trick-or-treaters left, I don't know where I get words out of the air sometimes, I'm sorry. After my trick-or-treaters left, I was already in my chair, and they just left and, let themselves out. And I just covered up with my blanket, and I passed out. I passed out and slept until Big Daddy got home, and then he sat down in there with me for a minute and told me about his day, and then he was like, I'm hungry, I gotta fix me something to eat. And so I got up and ate something too. These are dog paw prints, or cat, I don't know, they're paw prints. They are paw prints, so, and they're all different colors. Cute. Those are really cute. Very colorful. And so we talked and, fixed us something to eat and all that. And then, I got back under my blanket and went back to sleep. I was going to watch a show, but obviously I fell asleep. Here is Yin Yang beads. And they're really colorful too. A lot of neon colors in here. I'm trying to be careful not to cut that string that's right at the top. Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't cut it, is what I mean. So there we have some more of the stretchy string. And then these are just like neon, bright neon colors. Those will be fun. All right. Let me get me a drink. I'm drinking some sweet tea. Okay. Now I've got these really pretty rainbow hearts. They're purple, light pink, dark pink, maybe a orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple stripes. And they are really pretty. Now these did come from Hobby Lobby. These came from Hobby Lobby. And I think the rest of those that I've put in so far came from Amazon. Since UPS or either Amazon delivered them. Now that we have a very small, but we have a Amazon little, I don't even think it could be called a warehouse because it's not that big. But we have an Amazon location here. And after they had built on it and I was getting close to opening it and all, I did get Big Daddy one day to drive me over there to see it. Because I was expecting this huge place, the size of a football field or whatever. No. It is really, really little. But since we have gotten that, I know that a lot of times my Amazon comes a lot faster. And some things will come UPS still, but most of the time things come from the Amazon place over there. They have their own delivery vans and not UPS. And so let me pick up this little heart that fell. I got it. Saved the heart. No broken hearts here. But anyway, yeah, things do come a lot faster when they come by the Amazon truck. And mine, they usually deliver in the afternoon. These little ducks right here did come from Hobby Lobby also. There's a lot in here. Oh, Sassy. She was in the chair behind me until I bent over. And I was going to see if it said how many was in here, but it does not say. It just says 60 grams, 2.12 ounces. But obviously it's more in these bags than it is in those other little bags here. Sassy. Yeah, I know. Because I almost thought I was going to use 3. 3 little sections for those hearts. But these little ducks are really cute. They're all cute. Have y'all saw any beads that wasn't cute? I don't think so. Right, they're all cute. And I have been collecting beads for years, let me just tell you. And so I had to get Paige to get over to an area where in the dining room where I have some beads and drawers in there and stuff. And so she dug out some bags of beads that I've bought on clearance. Because I knew one day I was going to be beading. One day I was going to get around to beading. Just like those patches I used yesterday. I've been collecting those for years because I knew one day I was going to do a project with some patches. I didn't know what that project was going to be at the time. But turned out to be a really great project. Alright, I'm going to have to put some of these back here. Here, I have one hole on this one. I'm going to have to put some of these back there because this is not going to close. Sassy, can you get them out? Because you might have to help me some days. When I can't get them out, I might have to call you, Sassy, and say, Sassy, get me 3 ducks out. Okay? Can you do that, Sassy? Give me 2 ducks, okay? She gave up. She said, too deep and too narrow to get them out, isn't it? But I can use a spoon. I do have a plastic spoon. I think it's in there in my dining room. I had it with, in there I was doing some beads. Alright, I just want to make sure that does close. You know, don't prevent it from closing. So, yeah, that's better. And I'm not sure about the hearts. We'll see. We'll see when that time rolls around. Alright, and here we have, I think different candies. Let me see. It's a bag inside a bag, but if I cut across there, I'm going to cut that elastic. So I was trying not to do that, but I might can do this. So anyway, I still don't know if we have any plans for Saturday or not. I have something I need to return to Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if we'll do it or not. It depends on how Big Daddy feels. He's in there restless. He's gotten up several times to use the restroom. I asked him, was he okay? And he said, yeah. I said, well, I hear you restless in there. I hear you rolling around. And he said, well, he had to go to the restroom and he didn't want to get up. So he was just rolling around, I guess. Alright, so we're going to put these down here, and it is going to take 2. Alright, cool. We'll put this over here. Came with some elastic. Sassy, are you happy to be all up in the... Yes, Sassy is very happy to be up in the middle of whatever I'm doing. She didn't like me paying those kids attention. So she got right up in my chest. She didn't like me sitting there giving them attention. She's very jealous. If I'm petting Sissy, Sassy comes and wants Sissy to leave. But we all know who is the jealous queen bee, and that's Phoebe. She is going to be the one that runs Sassy off. Oh, Sassy. Alright. Moving right along here. I don't think any fell over. Sassy, what do you think? Is that good? Am I doing good, Sassy? Alright, what do we have here? Oh, we have fruits. And these are in a little case, but I think I want to put all the little polymer clay beads in here together. So, and I might use this little case for something else. But if I don't have them in here, when I'm looking for stuff, I might not remember to get out this. So I think I'm just going to put these in here. And I'm just going to start right here. Oh, and this is a nice little bitty case. And I'm sure I'll put something else in it. But let me... Oh, I hope I can do more than 2 at a time. Let me put them right here so I can maybe grab 3 or 4. But it may be 2. Sassy, you could help. Don't be that friend that don't help. Right? Well, let's see. We need to get a move on. I'm hoping to see my friend Angela this next week. She's on vacation. And so I hope that we can get together and do something. But she has a lot of stuff planned. Like getting her oil changed and her extra car. Getting her oil changed in her red Mustang. She bought a red Mustang many, many years ago, and it's paid off, and it's, I don't know what year it is, but she don't drive it. She drives her Jeep, but she don't want to get rid of that Mustang, and I don't blame her. So she, has got to go get the oil changed in it, and inspection sticker, or she might just got the inspection sticker. I had to get a new inspection sticker yesterday. Big Daddy had told me yesterday morning when I said that Zeke was coming down and we were going to town. He said, you better go get an inspection sticker. And so I was like, okay. So I went to the place that we always go, and it didn't take but a second. He got my information and wrote it all down and slapped it on there, and we went on our way. And told me he was moving back up to the highway. It's this guy that does tires and all kinds of different things. He used to be up on the highway, and then he moved to another location that's not on the highway. It's a good ways off the highway, but I don't think he got enough traffic through there. So he said, next time y'all need me, I'll be back up on the highway, just down the road a little ways from where he was. So I told him we'll see him. It's a real nice guy. Anyway, so I hope to meet up with Angela while she's off, but she done told me the whole list of things that she's got to do, her yard and all kinds of things that she's got planned. I'm like, well, save some room for me. Because I'd like to hang out with her one day. I've been teasing her about learning to crochet. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm teaching you to crochet. That's it. You're learning. And then, okay, I don't know if you people know who Rip is. Does anybody know who Rip is? If you don't, you'll have to Google him. Rip. It's a man's name. So she told me, one morning she called me up. I had told her that that's it. She's fixing to learn to crochet. She don't have a choice. I gotta have a crochet friend and all that, you know. I was just giving her the whole story. She's gonna learn to crochet. And one night, one morning, it's about 4:30 in the morning, I called her, and she didn't answer. I think she was outside, actually. And so I texted her and said, you better be up. I'm ready to teach you to crochet. I'm coming, you know. That's crochet. So one morning she calls me and she says, the only way I'm going to learn to crochet is if Woobles has a Rip kit. I laughed and laughed and laughed. No, you just have to know who Rip is. So you can Google Rip, find out who he is. See who he is. And she said that's the only way she's going to learn to crochet is if Woobles gets a kit of Rip. Oh, I laughed and laughed at that. Oh my goodness. This is tedious, right? I think I'll have to go on to the third one because I don't want to get them so full that the lid won't close. But yeah, I don't know if Big Daddy's got any plans. Like I said, I need to go to Hobby Lobby to return something, but I don't know that I'm going to make it or not. If we don't, we don't. It's okay. I can go another day. Well, these are taking a little while. But I guess that's just the way it is. But I will like them better in this little container here. I'll have them all here and just be able to make bracelets using all the different ones. Finally. Finally got those done. No thanks to you, Sassy. No thanks to you, Missy. Yeah, poor baby. Her don't get no lovings. Her never gets any petting. Huh. Her never gets any petting. Trust me, she demands pettings. She demands, oh, you gonna pet me, woman. And then here's all sorts of different colored flowers. And again, I just think that I would use them if I open them and put them in this little bag, in this box. I would use them more often if I'm able to see them, right? Because I feel like this little box would end up getting hidden. So here we go again. Sassy's just sitting on the lid of that. And so I'm probably going to put these in this first two here. And I would stack, but sometimes they're just not in a position to stack and pick up very many at a time. These are really pretty. Like that one is blue with some white details and then pink in the middle. They're all really pretty. I like these little flower ones. The purple ones are really pretty too. They're yeah, they're pretty. Then they have pink and yellow and pale pink, white. They're bright, pretty colors. Wait, those look like I could pick up about... See, I knocked them all down. They were standing up where I could pick up several, and I knocked them down. But I really... Oh, I dropped a flower, orange one. I've really been enjoying just playing with my beads. It's been relaxing. Just playing in them and creating some bracelets. I am going to be creating some with sayings to do with chronic illnesses. I will be making some bracelets with chronic illnesses that I have on them, and also some that I don't have, just to offer up. And then I'll have some sayings of some, you know. And a friend of mine's granddaughter loves Minecraft, and she is wanting me to make her some Minecraft stuff. And so I really hadn't got into it yet because I have some other things that I need to be working on. But I thought I'd make her some Minecraft themed bracelets. I know I picked up green, black, gray to do her one creeper. And so I don't know anything about Minecraft, but I did look at some pictures and came up with what I could do for a couple bracelets. So it'll be good. And then she can just, you know, take those to her granddaughter, who is like crazy about Minecraft. And her little granddaughter just moved into a new house, and she wanted her bedroom in Minecraft. The grandma, that's my friend, and her daughter, which is the little girl's mom, wanted to do her room in like you know, fix her a little girly room and decorate it and all that. And she's like, no, she wants it Minecraft. So they got her some Minecraft bedding and stuff like that. That's too funny, but she is crazy about Minecraft. I guess it's a game. I don't even know what you play it on. I've never really looked at it or played it or anything like that. But I did look up some pictures. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. They have so much stuff nowadays that I'm just out of touch with. Since my kids are grown and don't live at home, you know, I'm out of touch on a lot of things that is popular like that. Which I think both of my kids have Switch, and they play a few games on there. I know Elijah plays like Zelda, and I think they both play Animal Crossing. Elijah was trying to talk me into getting a Switch and getting Animal Crossing game, but I thought, you know, I really don't enjoy holding things. So I never did. He's been trying to talk me into that for about 2 years now, probably. But I have a hard time holding things, and I'd probably drop it and break it. So I never did. And he said, on them days that, on your hard days where you can't get out of bed, but you're not sleeping either, you could play a game. Which makes sense. I understand what he's trying to say. But I don't like holding a phone, so I probably wouldn't like holding a Switch. Alright, so there goes that one. Now with, oh, froggies. Froggies. Okay. Alright, let me take that strand out. String, it's not strand, stretchy string. Let me just see. I just want to see how stretchy that is. And if it's strong as the magic string stretch that I use that come from Hobby Lobby and Michael's, because I know that is very strong. Alright, these are little frogs. They kind of look like Henry back there. Cute. Let me see where I'm going to put them. I don't know if these will use 2 or 3. Okay, I'm going to put them in these 2. And if I have to go to 3, I can go to that one back there. Oh, I got them. I got all of them right there. So good. They're kind of dark green, but they'd be really cute on like some green and white beads, bracelets, the little clay beads. Those would be really fun. All right, and then I have avocados, and they are super cute. There are some avocados in these 3, so I'm gonna put these in these 2 right next to that. So what is your plans for the weekend? What are you guys up to? What's keeping y'all busy? didn't I drop a flower a while ago? Okay. Got this in the garbage. And I did drop a flower, but I don't see it. It was an orange flower. I saw it as it was falling, but it might have bounced, because those are kind of rubbery feeling. So I'll have to look when I get up. Okay. I'm trying to keep everything organized as I go and not make a mess. Now, these are not polymer clay beads. I don't know what these are made out of. But they're little tiny turtles. Little tiny turtles. I'm going to zoom in and give y'all a look of all these compartments when I finish up with these. Okay, so I have 3 across the back here. I'm going to put turtles. I can't believe I didn't lose out more than that. These little turtles are really tiny. I ordered these, and I don't know, I just didn't realize how tiny they were, but they're still usable. I can use them with those little clay beads. I'm trying to get one of each color, and then I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see. Well, to give you an idea, that's on my thumbnail. It probably fit on my pinky nail. Yes, they would definitely fit on my pinky nail. But I am going to zoom in right there. They're cute little, they're not polymer clay. They're more like a shell type. They're just, I can't even. And they have the hole in the side for the string to go through. But they're just cute little turtles. Yeah, and they feel like maybe a shell type. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and let you guys see what I have got going on here. Alright, here we go. We have the sunflowers, and daisies, paw prints, animal faces, more paw prints, yin yangs, more animals, candy. Those are different, like cupcakes and lollipops and just different kind of candies and sweets, treats. Duck, and I see there's a duck that jumped over in the yin yangs. There's frogs. Couldn't think of what they were. Frogs and just different beads. We have the rainbow hearts, duckies, fruits, all kinds of different fruits, watermelons, and I don't know what all. Just lots of different ones. A few strawberries. And then we have those turtles, and it did take 3 for those. And then the avocados, which are super cute. Those are cute. And then we have flowers. And just to give you a little idea. Now, these are small, and they will go on those bracelets with the little polymer clay slivers. They will be really cute on those type bracelets. I almost forgot. I got this in the mail, and it is, I guess, a 7.5-inch bracelet. I did not know they even made these. You know, I have that one on that flimsy board that I got at Walmart, at Michael's. But sometimes I mess up and use the wrong one without paying attention what I'm doing. Because I've been making my bracelets 7.5. And let me just get a bracelet out and see. I'm sure they probably sent me a 7.5 since that's what I've been making, right? And so there wasn't a name on this. Yep, fits perfect in there. It wasn't a name, but I really appreciate that. Like I said, I didn't even know they made a single one. And that is so cool. That is. And so I'm going to be making bracelets using this next week whenever I do bracelet videos. I was kind of thinking I might do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday crochet related videos. Tuesday and Wednesday bead videos. And Saturday and Sunday whatever videos. It could be us going to town. It could be just a chat like this. Or something, you know, anything. Saturday and Sunday's just up for whatever happens, because I never know. Yeah, that's so satisfying. And so I just have a few more to fill up here. But that is cool. I like that. I like that I can see them. And as I'm making bracelets, I can say, oh yeah, those avocados, they're right there. They'll be cute. Or if I'm making a pink and white bracelet, I can say, do I want to use a flower? Or do I want to use a yin yang? Or what? And I can find different ones. So, but thank you for joining me. And Sassy, she's back. As usual, she's back. Thanks for joining me and Sassy today. And I do hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Do you want me to pet you, Sassy? I hope you all enjoy your day and are having a wonderful weekend. Oh, sassy girl. Sassy girl. Yeah, my finger was white, but it's got its color back now. I had to put my hoodie on. I wore this hoodie again yesterday. I wore it last Saturday when me and Big Daddy went to town, and everybody, even men, were saying, you know, how they liked it. On the front of it, it says, it's a beautiful day to crochet, and it's got this llama on it, and it's kind of muted colors because it is on gray, and it's sublimation, and that just doesn't do that wonderful on gray. But anyway, I wore it Saturday, and men and women both were just telling me how much they liked it and such. And even Dr. Cesar was like, that's a cool shirt. And then he started telling me how his daughter likes crafts, and she'll probably end up crocheting. She's only 6, but she loves crafts and doing things with her hands. And he said, I bet she ends up crocheting. And so, and then I wore it yesterday when Zeke and I went to town. And again, people were just telling me how much they loved my hoodie. Well, this one lady, she was on one of those riding scooters, and she rolled up to me to tell me that she really liked my jacket. It doesn't zip or anything, it's slip over hoodie. But I just thought that was sweet of her to come over and tell me that. But I get so many compliments on it. It's unreal. And I did show it to y'all in last Saturday's video. But, not this morning, since it is 4 o'clock in the morning. But I've enjoyed chatting with you guys, and I might go get back in my chair and lay back and see if I can't sleep a little bit longer. Sassy looks like she's ready for me to come and snuggle up with her. Oh, Sassy, you ready to go to bed? All right, friends, remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet or do any other kind of craft that brings you happiness, because it's all about you. Do whatever makes you happy and brings joy into your life. Craft-wise is what I'm talking about. Find you a craft that makes you happy. And bye, friends. Love you all. Sassy, you want to say bye? You going to say bye? Sweet girl. Say bye-bye. Meow. Meow, meow.